Questions tonight about the conduct of at least one Toronto police officer, his activities on more than one occasion, and why he is still employed. What can be done to keep bad cops off the payroll? Watch this. He's accused of not just one case of bad behavior, but this Toronto cop is facing facts for plenty of misconduct, far from what you might expect from a police officer.
Don't try and kick me. Get your f***ing feet in there. There you go. Use a pepper spray, guys.
Constable Matt Brewer, caught on video in 2016, is accused of using profanity and pepper spraying a man in handcuffs in the back of his police car. In another case, while off duty at home, officers from Durham Police were called to Brewer's home after neighbors heard gunshots. He had been threatening his wife and himself before firing multiple shots into the air outside his home. He was arrested and criminally charged after pleading guilty. He faced a police tribunal and ended up with 5 days no pay.
The really big problem here is that you aren't allowed to fire a police officer unless that officer's been convicted of a criminal offense and actually put in jail. I mean, it's a crazy law, but that's what we have in Ontario.
In that same hearing, Brewer also admitted to drinking on the job outside a hospital with a gun in his possession. Brewer's defense in at least a couple of the cases he has faced is that he suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder and other trauma issues related to his work. His counsel has argued that while it doesn't excuse his behavior, it's reason for rehab, and it seems to have worked again and again. After the incidents in 2016, Brewer was placed on administration duty, where he remains today. He does not carry any use of force, gun, baton, or pepper spray. There are many cases where there may have been something gone wrong. The red flags have to go up.
Exactly. In any other employment situation, the person would be gone. You know, you want someone who can perform the job without causing too much trouble.
But that's not it. In July of last year, Brewer allegedly threatened to assault his superior officer by text. The language used, covered up here in the tribunal documents, accuses the staff sergeant of having sex with his wife. That same weekend, Brewer was said to have entered a gym in Whitby, yelled abusive, insulting language at a woman, throwing keys at her before kicking over a garbage can and leaving. Add that to everything else, and it still remains to be seen what happens next.
Get in the f***ing car! Stop! See at the station.
John Sewell went on to say that even with the changes the province is making to the Police Services Act, it won't make much of a difference in cases like this. Brewer is expected to be back before the police tribunal in April.